Martin Heidegger, one of the most influential philosophers of the 20th century, is well known for urging people to confront the reality of death as a path to a more meaningful existence. In a 1961 seminar, when asked how one could live an authentic life, he reportedly replied, "Spend more time in the graveyard." This seemingly stark advice is deeply rooted in his philosophy, particularly the concept of being towards death, Sein zum Tod, developed in his seminal work Being and Time, 1927. Far from being morbid, Heidegger saw regular reflection on mortality, symbolised by time spent in graveyards, as essential for breaking free from inauthentic living and reclaiming one's own most potential. Confronting mortality, a modern memento. Mori. Heidegger believed that modern life encourages us to hide from or abstract away the reality of death. In everyday existence, people treat death as a distant event that happens to others. They die, as he put it, rather than as something that fundamentally defines each individual's life. Walking among graves forces a direct, visceral encounter with one's own impending end. The rows of tombstones, inscriptions, and silent reminders of lives that have ended make mortality concrete and unavoidable. This practice echoes the ancient tradition of memento mori, remember that you must die. But Heidegger gives it a phenomenological depth. Death is not merely an event at the end of life. It is a constant possibility that structures our entire existence. By acknowledging this, we stop fleeing into distractions and begin to see life with greater clarity and urgency. The graveyard becomes a space where the nothingness that awaits us stares back, stripping away illusions and compelling honest self-examination. Achieving authenticity, breaking free from the they. Central to Heidegger's thought is the distinction between authentic, eigentlich, and inauthentic existence. Most people live in what he calls the they, das Man, the anonymous, conformist one of society. We fall into idle talk, yerida, curiosity and ambiguity, measuring our lives by what they say, do or expect. We worry excessively about social status, opinions, trends and superficial success, losing touch with our own unique possibilities. Confronting death through graveyard reflection disrupts this fallen state. Death is non-relational and not to be bypassed. No one else can die your death for you. It individualizes Dasein, Heidegger's term for human existence, literally being there. When we truly grasp that our time is finite and that the end can come at any moment, the chatter of the they loses its grip. We stop living for the approval of others and begin to live resolutely according to our own potential. Authenticity emerges as a passionate freedom towards death, an impassioned freedom that allows us to choose our projects with clarity and commitment, rather than drifting through life on autopilot. Combating alienation, egoism, and superficiality. The graveyard also fosters solitude and reflection, countering the alienation of modern existence. In the quiet among the dead, away from the noise of daily routines, we gain perspective on what truly matters. Petty worries, ego-driven ambitions, and material obsessions appear trivial when measured against the horizon of finitude. Moreover, cemeteries reveal the universality of death. Regardless of wealth, status, achievements, or power, everyone ends up here. Kings and paupers, celebrities and unknowns, all share the same fate. This realization humbles vanity and combats the egoism that often dominates social life. It encourages gratitude for the brief span we are given and deepens our appreciation for relationships, experiences, and simple presence in the world. Heidegger suggests that taking death seriously into our lives prevents us from falling asleep at the wheel, allowing us to live more intentionally and wakefully. The structure of being towards death. In Being and Time, Heidegger analyzes death not as a biological end point, which he calls demise, but as an existential possibility, Authentic being towards death involves three key characteristics. Certainty. Death is inevitable. Indefiniteness. We do not know when it will occur. Ownmost and non-relational. It belongs uniquely to each person and cannot be outsourced. By holding this possibility constantly before us, we experience anxiety, angst, not as paralyzing fear, but as a revelatory mood that discloses the groundlessness of our everyday concerns. This anxiety individualizes us and calls us to resoluteness, Entschlossenheit. Graveyard visits serve as a practical exercise in maintaining this awareness, turning abstract philosophy into lived practice. Heidegger does not advocate obsessive gloom. Rather, he argues that only by running ahead towards death in thought can we truly understand the meaning of our finite time and project ourselves authentically into the future. Far from making life pointless, this confrontation infuses existence with intensity, freedom, and purpose. Why this advice still resonates. In our hyper-connected, distraction-filled age, filled with endless scrolling, productivity hacks, and avoidance of deep questions, Heidegger's recommendation feels more relevant than ever. We often live as if we have infinite time, deferring what matters while chasing the next notification or trend. Spending deliberate time in graveyards, or simply reflecting seriously on mortality, acts as corrective. It pulls us out of the they, restores a sense of wonder at the sheer fact of being, and reminds us that authentic life is not about accumulating experiences or possessions, but about owning our existence in the face of its inevitable limit. Ultimately, Heidegger's point is liberating. If we take death into our life, acknowledge it squarely, and face it without evasion, we free ourselves from the subtle anxiety of denial and the pettiness of inauthentic concerns. Only then can we become who we truly are, resolute, grateful, and fully alive in the time that remains. Visiting the graveyard is not about courting despair. It is about waking up to the mystery and gift of existence while there is still time. As Heidegger implies, a life that has truly faced its end is the only life worth living.